Hello there, and welcome back to our quiet sanctuary. I'm so glad you found your way here tonight. As you settle into the softness of your bed, imagine a world so tiny it floats unseen in a single teardrop of water, bustling with life and perfect stillness. Let your body sink into the mattress, and allow your breathing to become slow and even. Feel the weight of the day lift gently away. Are you ready to explore? Let's begin. Tonight, we'll wander through the unseen realm where microscopic wonders live in quiet harmony. I'll share one fascinating fact at a time, and remember, it's perfectly fine if sleep finds you along the way. If our quiet moments together soothe your soul, please subscribe so I can always be close by when you seek calm. Now, let's begin our journey. In a single drop of pond water, a hidden universe drifts in quiet harmony, containing thousands of tiny organisms like rotifers and ciliates. Imagine a crystal sphere no larger than a tear, yet within it, a ballet of life unfolds with gentle purpose. The rotifers spin their ciliated crowns in soft circles, creating microcurrents that guide invisible meals toward them. Nearby, ciliates glide with hair-like strokes, their transparent bodies revealing complex internal organs that pump and pulse with a rhythm all their own. Each creature moves through its liquid sky as if part of a silent symphony, a floating piece that exists beyond our ordinary sight. It is a calm, complete world where time seems to slow, and even the smallest motion holds profound grace. Tardigrades, often called water bears, are among the most resilient beings in existence, capable of drifting through the vacuum of space in a suspended state. Picture a plump, tiny creature with 8 stubby legs, ambling through mossy forests on dewdrop continents. When conditions grow harsh, they curl inward like a sleepy kitten, tucking themselves into a gentle cocoon of stillness known as cryptobiosis. Their metabolism dwindles to a near halt, a whisper of life so faint it nearly merges with silence. They can float unprotected through the cold, dark void between stars, waiting with infinite patience for a warm, welcoming environment to wake up in. Upon feeling moisture and soft warmth, they slowly unfurl and resume their quiet wandering under a microscope's lens. The human body is a vast garden for trillions of beneficial microbes, forming a complex ecosystem known as the microbiome. Think of your gut as a peaceful, moonlit meadow where countless bacterial cells dwell in quiet companionship. They work in soft synchronization, breaking down food into gentle energy, and whispering signals to your immune system to keep it balanced and calm. On your skin, a velvet layer of microbial life rests in a silent, protective film, guarding you while you sleep. These tiny companions are not invaders but ancient partners, living in a tender symbiosis that has woven itself into the fabric of your very being. As you lie here, they continue their unseen labor in harmonious, soundless rhythm. Diatoms are microscopic algae that craft intricate, shimmering shells made of silica, which is essentially natural glass. Envision jewel-like vessels drifting through the vast blue quilt of the ocean, each one a tiny cathedral of light and geometry. Their shells are etched with delicate geometric patterns, circles and triangles so fine they look like hand-carved lace under a microscope. Sunlight catches these microscopic gems, and they scatter it into faint, rainbowed whispers as they float on currents. They glide slowly through the water, carrying their glassy homes like miniature lanterns in a deep, silent sea. These floating sculptures remind us that even the smallest corners of the world hold a quiet artistry born of pure, simple existence. The process of mitosis is a graceful dance of cellular renewal, where a single cell softly divides into 2 identical daughters. Imagine deep inside your body, while you rest, a gentle pirouette is taking place within each cell's nucleus. The chromosomes, like silken threads of life, align with tender precision and then pull apart in a slow, synchronized separation. This rhythmic cycle allows your skin to mend softly, your muscles to recover, and tiny tears to be woven anew by a calm, steady hand. It is a quiet, constant restoration that unfolds in the dark velvet of your own biology, unseen and unfelt. As you breathe in sleep, this cellular ballet continues, peacefully renewing the fabric of your being one delicate division at a time. Beneath your feet, right now, in that quiet forest you might be picturing, there exists a living tapestry woven not with hands, but with time and tender purpose. It is the mycelial network, a hidden kingdom of fungal threads as fine as silk, threading through the dark soil like the Earth's own nervous system. These delicate filaments connect the roots of trees, forming a bridge of silent communication where no word is ever spoken, yet everything is understood. Through this web, an old mother tree might gently send sugars to a young sapling, struggling in the shade, a quiet act of care in a supportive, wordless community. It is a chemical whisper, a slow pulse of nutrients ensuring the entire woodland breathes as one interconnected being. Now, let your imagination drift even deeper down to the inner architecture of your own body's cells. Within the warm, watery cytoplasm, a gentle dance unfolds, a quiet transformation that sustains you from moment to moment. The mitochondria, those ancient bean-shaped voyagers, drift softly there, each one holding its own tiny circular scroll of DNA, a distinct genetic legacy separate from the rest of you. They are like tiny, self-contained gardens where the essence of life, the food you eat, is slowly converted into a tender, usable energy. This silent, ceaseless hum of conversion is what fuels the slow tide of your lungs and the steady drumbeat behind your ribs, a peaceful internal universe operating just beyond your conscious thought. And so often, the worlds outside and inside become blurred in a single, serene moment. Have you ever watched a slow, slanting beam of late afternoon sun slip through a window? What you see dancing in that column of light is not a mere scattering of dirt, but a quiet, floating world. Those dust motes are a gentle collection of stories, tiny frayed threads from your own clothing, a minuscule fleck of a butterfly's wing, or microscopic pollen grains sent from a distant pine. They ride the invisible architecture of warm air currents, carrying the silent echo of a meadow's scent, or the dry whisper of an ancient forest right into the stillness of your quiet room. They are a patient, graceful migration, an airborne river of life's fine, forgotten memories. This hidden, moving beauty is mirrored in the vast liquid darkness of the night sea. In the wake of a slow-moving wave, a soft blue starfire ignites, a fleeting celestial light born not from the sky but from the deep. This is the silent language of bioluminescent plankton, countless miniature beings who paint the water with their internal light when gently stirred. Each pinpoint glow is a tiny lantern, a soft pulse of living chemistry that drifts with the gentle rhythm of the ocean. The shimmering, ethereal trail is like a reflection of the starry sky, a peaceful, liquid galaxy that guides the graceful slip of fish and the slow, silent currents of marine life through the immense, dark blue night. And finally, let our wandering minds rise back up toward the sky, into the heart of a winter cloud. Here, in the deep, quiet cold, a single snowflake begins its slow and silent journey. It is a masterpiece of microscopic symmetry, born from the patient logic of a water molecule locking onto another, shaping itself into a perfect six-sided mandala of frozen light. No other flake in the long history of winter has ever traced this exact, delicate pattern of fragile, frosted lace. It drifts weightless through the calm air, a unique and fleeting piece of art, until it comes to rest on a warm sleeve or joins the soft, white velvet blanket that hushes the world into a deep, quiet embrace. In the quiet tapestry of the microscopic world, there exists a creature of gentle resilience known as the tardigrade, or water bear. This tiny marvel can drift into the silent vacuum of outer space, where no breath stirs and no warmth lingers. Its body slows into a state of suspended animation, a deep and peaceful pause where metabolism nearly ceases, like a heartbeat holding its rhythm in winter's hush. It waits patiently in this cosmic slumber until it encounters the tender caress of water again. Then, as if awakening from a dream, it stirs back to life, floating once more in a welcoming, liquid embrace. Such a quiet journey teaches us the art of enduring stillness and trusting the return of gentle tides. Beneath the sunlit surface of the sea, diatoms craft their own silent stories. These single-celled algae build intricate shells from organic silica, fashioning tiny houses of glass that shimmer with an inner light. Each geometric pattern is a study in precision, delicate as the frost on a winter window yet formed in the living warmth of the ocean. As they drift through the water, their structures catch the faintest glow, scattering it like scattered jewelry resting on the quiet ocean floor. It is as if the seafloor is adorned with countless microscopic treasures, each one a masterpiece of natural symmetry and calm beauty. In their glassy chambers, diatoms continue their slow, graceful dance, turning sunlight into quiet life. Within each of us lies a vast and invisible garden, teeming with trillions of microscopic companions. This human microbiome is a peaceful symbiosis, a community that lives in harmony with our bodies from the moment we draw our first breath. These tiny organisms work gently, helping us digest our food with a soft efficiency that we rarely notice consciously. They soothe our immune systems like a lullaby calming a restless child, creating a balanced inner ecosystem that hums with quiet life. Imagine this garden as a serene landscape, where bacteria and cells coexist in a tender, mutual care, weaving the fabric of our daily well-being. It is a silent partnership that reminds us how deeply we are connected to the unseen world. In the deep and dark currents of the ocean, radiolarians drift like ethereal ghosts of the abyss. These zooplankton create complex mineral skeletons, radial structures of breathtaking symmetry that seem to defy the chaos of the deep. Their delicate lace-like forms float slowly through the water, catching the faintest particles of light from above in a soft, scattered glow. Each skeleton is a silent testimony to the passage of time, a floating jewel that witnesses the mysteries of the ocean floor without a whisper. As they move, these silent witnesses hold secrets of ancient seas, their forms a quiet ballet of geometry and grace. In the profound darkness, radiolarians embody a serene beauty that speaks to the patience of life in the slowest currents. Life itself unfurls in a slow and rhythmic dance known as mitosis. Within a single cell, a quiet choreography begins where one gracefully divides into two identical versions of itself. It is a duplication so seamless and steady that it echoes the gentle unfurling of a leaf in springtime. This process allows life to grow and to mend, ensuring that the blueprint of existence is passed along in a flowing stream of continuity. Each division is a moment of quiet transition, a passing of the torch that sustains the body's gentle repair and renewal. In this cellular ballet, there is no rush, only a patient cadence that whispers the ancient song of creation over and over again. Deep beneath the forest floor, a hidden network of fungi connects distant trees in a hushed conversation. These silver-white threads, called mycelium, carry nutrients and chemical signals softly from plant to plant. It is a natural internet, fostering a community of mutual support in the dark soil. Picture these filaments as silent messengers, whispering warnings and gifts through the earth. They even help weaker members survive, a gentle act of kindness without a thought. Imagine the cool, damp earth where this mycelium weaves its tapestry, a silent symphony of exchange. This unseen web reminds us that life is intertwined, sharing secrets in a language older than words. Inside your cells, mitochondria float like quiet, energy-giving lanterns. They provide a steady stream of power, fueling every heartbeat and thought. These tiny powerhouses contain their own DNA, a soft echo of an ancient time when they were independent beings. Their partnership with our cells is a story of symbiosis, written over billions of years. Picture them as gentle, tireless workers, keeping the lights on in the vast factory of your body. Every moment, without fail, they convert oxygen into a currency of vitality. This ancient alliance whispers of a shared past, a calm reminder of life's deep connections. In the green leaves of plants, chloroplasts capture the soft warmth of sunlight. These tiny organelles transform light into sweet sugar through photosynthesis, a quiet miracle. This process sustains almost all life on Earth, a gentle, continuous gift. Picture them as emerald studios where photons dance with water to create nourishment. Without a sound, they fuel the world, a calm river of energy flowing from sun to leaf. In each leaf, countless chloroplasts work tirelessly, painting the world green with their quiet labor. It is a serene, ancient dance that holds the planet in its embrace. On cell surfaces, microscopic cilia wave in a rhythmic, synchronized motion. These hair-like projections move fluids with the steady calm of a distant tide. In your airways, they sweep away particles, a silent, constant caretaker. Picture them as fields of slender grass bending in a gentle breeze, all in harmony. This automatic motion maintains balance without conscious thought, a quiet diligence. This coordinated wave is a marvel of nature, a slow, sure dance that never tires. It is a hidden order within, a soft rustle that preserves life's delicate surfaces as you rest. A snowflake forms around a single microscopic dust grain in the cold sky. Water vapor crystallizes upon it, growing a soft, six-sided symmetry with each drift. As it falls, it becomes a unique, frozen masterpiece of quiet geometry. Picture the water molecules arranging into intricate lattices, like patient architects. Each branch reflects the temperature and humidity of its journey, a brief, crystalline story. It is a testament to the quiet artistry of nature, a frozen note in a winter symphony. This silent creation lands as a whisper of winter, a fleeting beauty that melts back into the world. Are you still drifting with me through this unseen realm? It is perfectly all right if you're asleep already. But if you are still listening, there are many more microscopic marvels to explore together. If you're enjoying this, a like helps other night owls find their way here. Let us turn our thoughts to the smallest of wanderers, a creature so tiny you might never see it with your naked eye. This is the tardigrade, sometimes called a water bear for its soft, lumbering shape. In the quietest realms of existence, it can drift through the silent void of outer space. There, in the cold and the stillness, it enters a state of deep, dreamless rest. It curls its little body into a dried-out ball, a ton, as though tucking itself in for a long, peaceful sleep. In this form, it can withstand the most extreme temperatures and pressures, floating without fear through the cosmos. It is a quiet miracle, a sleeper in the stars, waiting for the gentle touch of water to stir it awake once more. Now, consider a different kind of inner space, the one that resides within your own body. There is a vast and hidden garden there, home to trillions of tiny life forms. These microorganisms, this gentle community of bacteria, live in harmony with you. They float through your systems like a soft, invisible tide, helping you digest the food you eat and maintain a sense of inner calm. This quiet partnership is always at work, a silent symphony that keeps your body in balance. They move in rhythms we cannot feel, a delicate dance of coexistence that has been with us since the dawn of life. It is a reminder that you are never truly alone, but part of a larger, peaceful whole. In the shimmering blue of the ocean, where sunlight filters down like a soft memory, there are tiny drifters called diatoms. These are single-celled algae, but each one is a master of delicate art. They craft shells from silica, building intricate glass houses that sparkle like microscopic jewelry. Their geometric patterns are so precise, so quietly perfect, that they seem like nature's own whispered secret. As they float in the currents, their forms catch the light, a gentle glimmering that reminds us of the beauty hidden in the small and the still. These tiny vessels drift with the tides, each one a silent wonder. Think of a butterfly drifting through a warm summer breeze, its flight so light it seems to belong to the air itself. The colors on its wings are not born from pigment, but from a softer kind of magic. Thousands of tiny overlapping scales cover the wings like a quilt of light. These scales reflect the sun in a gentle iridescent glow, a shimmer that shifts with every subtle movement. It is a quiet play of light and structure, a natural grace that needs no paint. As the butterfly passes, its colors seem to breathe, a fleeting whisper of beauty against the blue sky. This soft radiance is a quiet marvel, a gentle reminder of nature's delicate touch. Now, rest your attention on the quiet world beneath the forest floor, where roots and earth meet in silence. Here, a hidden network spreads like a dream, fine white threads of mycelium weaving through the soil. This is the forest's own quiet internet, a subterranean web that connects tree to tree. Through these slender strands, the plants share nutrients and send soft warnings of danger. It is a peaceful cooperation, a slow and gentle conversation that fosters unity beneath the surface. The mycelium holds the forest in a tender, unseen embrace, a thread of connection that keeps the whole alive. In this silent way, the forest breathes as one, a quiet symbiosis that feels like an ancient wisdom. We are still now, in a space where time moves lightly. Let your thoughts settle and turn your attention to the small, quiet wonders around us. Imagine a silent room and a single golden sunbeam spilling through the window. Inside that beam, tiny particles dance, each one a mote of dust composed of ancient mineral grains and fine organic whispers. They are fragments of the world, carried by air currents so gentle you could never feel them. Their movement is a slow, rhythmic ballet, rising and falling in a serene waltz that has no beginning and no end. This dance goes on all day, a secret performance in the heart of stillness, reminding us that even in emptiness, there is motion and life. And just like those drifting motes, there are other delicate creations that fall from the sky. Consider the snowflake, born in the quiet cold of a winter cloud. As it descends, the temperature and humidity of the air gently mold its shape, guiding each crystalline arm to grow in perfect symmetry. It becomes a piece of frozen lace, intricate and unique, a tiny star spiraling downward with a patience that only snow can know. When it finally touches a warm surface, it melts softly, returning to water, as if its entire existence was a brief, beautiful dream of ice against the skin. In the warmer seasons, the air carries a different kind of wanderer. On a calm spring day, the sky is filled with pollen grains, drifting on unseen paths. Each one is a tiny marvel, shaped like a smooth sphere or adorned with delicate spikes, all designed to float effortlessly. They journey without hurry, carried by the breeze on a quiet quest for a flower. When a grain settles on a soft petal, it finds a welcome home, and in that gentle union, it helps life continue, a seamless thread in the earth's green tapestry, woven with patience and light. While these travelers float through the air, there is a world of breath right under our fingertips, on every leaf. If you look closely at a leaf's surface, you'll see rows of tiny openings called stomata. These pores are like miniature doors, opening and closing in a rhythm as slow as a deep breath. Through them, the plant exchanges gases with the atmosphere, a quiet and steady cycle that sustains its life. This breathing is the pulse of the forest, a soft and endless lullaby that moves through every blade of grass and every towering tree, connecting the earth to the sky in a bond of silent sustenance. And in the smallest of worlds, beneath these leaves, other beings live in a landscape we can barely imagine. In the velvet moss, a microscopic realm unfolds where water bears and rotifers move with a slow, gliding grace. Water bears lumber gently, like tiny bears, while rotifers spin and drift, explorers in a soft, green forest. To them, a single dewdrop becomes a vast ocean, a shimmering sphere of light and stillness. It offers a peaceful sanctuary, a place where the world's noise fades away, leaving only the quiet pulse of life in that tiny, perfect droplet, a universe unto itself. And so as we drift in this awareness, remember that every scale of existence holds its own serene rhythm. From the dance of dust to the breath of leaves, it is all a lullaby, inviting us to rest in the gentle unfolding of the present moment. Imagine a creature so small it is nearly invisible, yet so resilient it can drift through the silent, vast void of outer space. These microscopic water bears possess a quiet, magical ability to slip into a state of suspended animation, where life itself seems to pause. In this deep, dreamless sleep, their metabolism slows to a near standstill, and they can float for decades in the cold darkness untouched by time. It is a peaceful, patient waiting, as if they are simply resting, dreaming of water. And then, when a single, gentle drop of rain finally touches them, they stir softly and awaken, emerging from their long meditation as if no time has passed at all. In the vast, shimmering oceans, a single-celled artist constructs a floating palace made entirely of transparent glass. These are the diatoms, and each one builds an intricate, delicate shell from silica dissolved in the sea, like a tiny, personalized snowflake. As they drift near the surface, their glass homes catch the streaming sunlight, bending it into a soft, glowing radiance that filters down through the water in shimmering patterns. This gentle light sustains the ocean's depths, and in their quiet, drifting journey, these minuscule beings produce a generous portion of the oxygen we breathe. It is a silent, life-giving rhythm, a breath of the sea that connects all living things in a delicate, invisible balance. Deep inside every human cell, there is a quiet, rhythmic dance of tiny walkers known as kinesin. These molecular motors move gracefully along tubular paths, their steps fluid and deliberate, like a soft, silent ballet. They carry large vesicles, like small, floating parcels, delivering essential nutrients to the most shadowy corners of the cell. Each step is a metronomic beat, a soft, persistent rhythm of care that sustains the cell's inner life. It is a hidden, harmonious process, a gentle current of life that never ceases. Imagine this happening inside you right now, a microscopic dance of nourishment and renewal, carrying on in perfect peace while you drift through your dreams. Picture a microscopic ghost, shimmering in a single drop of pond water, forever in gentle, fluid motion. The rotifer wears a crown of tiny, rotating cilia that spin like a delicate whirlpool, creating a soft vortex in its tranquil world. This subtle current draws food toward its mouth in a continuous, peaceful dance, a rhythm of sustenance without haste. Under the lens, they appear like tiny, shimmering specters, their bodies translucent and ever-moving, drifting in a realm of constant flow. They exist in a state of perpetual, dreamlike motion, never stopping, always calmly drawing life from their silent, watery universe. It is as if they are tiny, living dreams themselves, flickering at the edge of our perception. Beneath the forest floor, hidden from sight, lies a vast and gentle web of connection, woven by fungal threads soft as silk. These mycorrhizal networks wrap tenderly around tree roots, forming a quiet, unseen network that links the forest together. Through this subterranean web, trees can whisper chemical signals to one another, sharing nutrients and quiet warmth in a communal embrace. It is a silent conversation of care, where elder trees nourish their young, and warnings of danger ripple softly through the soil. In this deep earthly peace, the forest exists not as solitary beings, but as one interconnected, breathing soul, eternally linked in a dream of unity and mutual support. Let your thoughts drift gently now, as we explore the quiet wonders hidden in the very fabric of life. Close your eyes and let these visions carry you to a place of deep calm. Picture the bloodstream, a river of floating wonders, where red blood cells glide in smooth, concave discs. They are like tiny boats crafted by nature, each one carrying a precious cargo of oxygen. As they drift through the immense network of capillaries, their movement is a slow, rhythmic grace. These delicate vessels, thinner than a hair, wind through every part of your body. In this peaceful inner landscape, the flow is constant yet gentle, nourishing every organ and muscle with a soft, steady pulse. You can almost feel this quiet river within, a reminder of the life that moves through you, even in stillness. Now turn your gaze to a quiet freshwater pond where something magical drifts beneath the surface. Volvox are spherical colonies of algae, floating peacefully like tiny emerald green orbs. Thousands of individual cells work together in perfect harmony, each a small part of a greater, living sphere. They rotate slowly in the light, turning as one, a silent ballet under the sun. The current carries them gently, and they drift without effort, a soft and luminous presence in the still water. In their quiet way, they remind us of the beauty of cooperation and unity. Look closer now, into the heart of winter, where a snowflake forms in the cold, still air. Under the microscope, its structure reveals a perfectly balanced hexagonal symmetry, a geometry born from water and frost. Each delicate arm grows slowly in a crystalline dance as it falls through the clouds. The pattern is intricate, complex, and unique to that specific moment in time, never to be repeated again. It is as if the universe pauses to craft this tiny masterpiece, a fleeting work of art that melts at a touch. In this quiet process, we see the order and beauty hidden in the chaos of the sky. Now consider the pollen grains, scattered on a summer breeze like tiny ornate jewels. Each grain is sculpted with exquisite detail, surfaces ranging from soft spikes to smooth golden spheres. They are designed to drift weightlessly, carrying the promise of new life to a waiting flower. Imagine these microscopic treasures floating silently through the warm air on an invisible mission of renewal. Their journey is a testament to nature's patience and precision, a quiet reminder of the cycle of growth all around us. In this gentle transfer, the world blooms anew, season after season. Finally, look to the dust motes dancing in a beam of sunlight through your window. They are often composed of microscopic fibers and organic crystals, tiny fragments of the world around us. These specks float in a slow, weightless suspension, drifting quietly through the air with no hurry. Their movement is like a peaceful dance, an eternal orbit in a miniature cosmos. Each mote is a universe in itself, catching the light like stars in a silent sky. In this simple domestic scene, there is a profound beauty, a reminder to pause and marvel at the small things. And as these images fade, like soft ripples on a pond, let yourself sink into a restful sleep. In the smallest of things, we find the greatest peace, a quiet harmony that wraps around you like a warm blanket. Rest now, in the knowledge that life's wonders are everywhere, always gentle, always present. Imagine a creature so small you cannot see it with your naked eye, yet it holds the secret to a profound and ancient stillness. Tardigrades, often called water bears, are microscopic wonders that drift into a state of suspended animation known as cryptobiosis. In this peaceful slumber, they gently replace the water in their tiny, plump bodies with a protective sugar, forming a glass-like armor that shields them from the quiet vacuum of space and extreme temperatures that would shatter other life. It is as if each one wraps itself in a cocoon of sweet crystal, a tiny vessel drifting through a dark and silent sea without a ripple. They wait in this dream of enduring calm, patiently poised for the first sign of moisture to stir them back to life, resuming their gentle journey through the mossy realms where they dwell. This is not an end but a deep serene rest, a soft whisper of resilience echoing through the quiet cosmos. Far beneath the sunlit surface of the waters, a hidden world of tiny jewelers is always at quiet work. Diatoms are single-celled algae, each one a master artisan, crafting intricate shells of silica that become their miniature glass houses. These structures shimmer with geometric perfection, like frost patterns formed in liquid crystal, floating weightlessly through the blue depths. As they drift, their transparent walls catch the sunlight in a soft, prismatic dance, bending rays into 1,000 gentle colors. With a slow and rhythmic grace, they filter that light into life-giving oxygen, sustaining the vast oceans with their silent, steady breath. Each diatom is a small floating sanctuary, a delicate note in a vast, liquid symphony that plays eternally without a single sound. Deep within your own body, a vast and unseen forest flourishes in the quiet dark. Trillions of bacteria reside in your gut, a complex and ancient ecosystem that works in gentle harmony, much like a hidden garden that no eye has ever seen. This community tends to your immune system with a nurturing and unceasing touch, keeping balance without a single demand. Through the mysterious pathway of the gut-brain axis, it sends chemical whispers that float upward, soothing your moods and steadying your inner world in ways you only feel as a calm center. It is a silent conversation between body and mind, a secret landscape where life and feeling intertwine like roots in soft earth. There, in that warm and quiet realm, a million tiny beings support you, cradling your well-being with every breath you take. In a single drop of pond water, a tiny and sacred ballet unfolds in endless, patient silence. Rotifers are microscopic animals, shaped like delicate rings, and they carry a crown of tiny cilia that wave with a gentle, tireless rhythm. This motion creates a soft, swirling vortex, a miniature whirlpool that draws in food with the grace of a feather falling through still air. They glide through their aquatic world like translucent ghosts, their bodies shimmering as they drift without urgency or fear. Their dance is a quiet offering to the water, a slow and steady prayer that sustains their tiny life in a cycle of pure, simple being. Beneath the forest floor, in the cool and dark earth, a quiet network weaves its patient way through time. Mycelium is the underground body of fungi spreading like a vast and supportive embrace through the soil, connecting distant trees with countless microscopic threads. This is often called the wood wide web, a silent highway where plants share nutrients and exchange chemical whispers that nurture the entire woodland in a secret language. Through this hidden lattice, the forest drifts together as one cohesive being, each part supported by the whole in a slow, steady rhythm. It is a reminder that all things are linked in a breathing, gentle community, holding each other in an unseen trust that spans ages. Picture the quiet formation of a snowflake high in the winter sky, where water molecules gently crystallize in the cool, moist air. Each microscopic arrangement is a delicate arm reaching out, shaped by the precise temperature and the humidity that surrounds it. The crystal grows slowly, a fragile lattice of frozen lace, never repeating its pattern. It twirls downward, a silent traveler through the clouds, until it lands with a soft whisper on the cold ground. In that tiny structure, the entire journey is held, a reminder of the fleeting, intricate beauty that lies in the unseen, a perfect moment captured in ice. Deep within the ocean, in the hushed blue currents, microscopic radiolarians craft their spherical skeletons from silica. These tiny protozoa create translucent shells that gleam like delicate jewelry, floating without effort in the ancient, silent waters. Drifting through the deep, they have moved with the same slow grace for countless millennia, like glass spheres in a cosmic ballet. Under a microscope, their intricate designs are a wonder, a testament to the quiet artistry of life at its smallest scale. They whisper of a world where time slows down and every moment is a peaceful drift, a dream of the deep sea. Consider the pollen grain, so small yet so sculpted with purpose. Its surface is etched with intricate ridges and soft embossed patterns, designed to cling gently to the fuzzy wings of bees. Under a microscope, it shines like a tiny golden sphere, a miniature sculpture carrying the quiet blueprint of a future flower. It journeys through the air, a hopeful traveler, bringing the promise of bloom and renewal. In that minuscule shell, the warmth of spring is already dreaming, waiting to unfold in a garden of color and life, a quiet anthem of growth. Imagine the soft, silent work of cilia within your own body, lining the respiratory tract like a gentle carpet. These hair-like projections move in a slow, synchronized wave, a rhythmic dance that soothes the inner passages. They sweep softly, guiding dust and tiny invaders away from the lungs, maintaining a sanctuary of clean, peaceful air. This unseen guardianship happens with every breath, a quiet rustle like grass in a summer breeze. They remind us of the constant care that works beneath our awareness, keeping us safe in a world of microscopic harmony, a gentle rhythm of life.
The cell membrane is a fluid, shimmering border, a mosaic of lipids and proteins that breathes with soft elasticity. It allows nutrients to drift slowly inside, like a gentle tide washing ashore, while protecting the cell's warm, inner world. This membrane shifts and adjusts, a flexible gate that maintains the delicate peace within. It is a living layer, a boundary of soft light, ensuring that the cell remains a safe haven for all the intricate life it holds. In its shimmer, we find a model of quiet strength, a membrane that holds the cosmos of a single cell, a soft guardian of the unseen. You're still drifting here with me, floating among snowflakes and silver radiolarians. That's lovely. Just let the words wash over you, like a soft current through this unseen world. I'll keep whispering these tiny wonders while you rest deeper and deeper.
Consider the tardigrade, a water bear so small it drifts unseen, a microscopic marvel suspended in the silent void of space. These resilient creatures can slip into a deep, dreamless sleep known as cryptobiosis, a state of suspended animation where all life processes pause so softly. In this peaceful waiting, they can endure the coldest vacuum for years, completely still, until a single drop of gentle moisture brushes against them, calling them back to life. Imagine them floating, tiny and curled, like seeds of resilience in the night sky. Their existence whispers of endurance without haste, a lesson in serene survival. It is a quiet patience, a slow breath held in the cosmos, reminding us that even in the most empty places, life finds a way to rest. Now, drift down to the sunlit waters, where diatoms, tiny single-celled algae, dwell in quiet abundance. Each one crafts for itself an intricate shell of silica, a glass-like masterpiece smaller than a grain of sand, catching the light in delicate, geometric patterns. These floating jewels are more than beauty. They act as a tranquil lung for our planet, producing a vast portion of the Earth's oxygen with every soft breath of photosynthesis. As they glide through the upper layers of the sea, they sustain life in a gentle, silent rhythm, a hidden symphony of creation beneath the waves. Their presence is a serene gift, a flow of air so subtle you never notice it, yet it fills your lungs with each calm breath. Turn your gaze inward to the vast hidden landscape within your own body, where trillions of microorganisms live in silent harmony. This is the human microbiome, a community of tiny guardians that dwell in your gut and on your skin, working in a soft, rhythmic balance. They guide your digestion with a tender precision, breaking down morsels into nourishment, and they quietly educate your immune system, teaching it to know friend from foe. It is a peaceful partnership, a mutual lullaby sung between your cells and these invisible residents. This vast community reminds us that we are never truly alone, but rather a world unto ourselves, a soft symphony of coexistence. In this deep inner world, life thrives in a state of calm collaboration, a steady, nurturing flow that supports your very being, even as you sleep. In a single drop of pond water, a universe twinkles with life, and there you might find the rotifer, a shimmering microscopic animal. Watch as it gently stirs a crown of tiny cilia, creating a soft whirlpool that draws food toward its mouth in a graceful, swirling dance. Their movements are a delicate ballet, a series of slow pirouettes in a realm too small for our eyes to see. This hidden world flows with a quiet elegance, each motion a peaceful act of survival in a liquid sky. Rotifers remind us that even in the tiniest spaces, there is beauty and rhythm, a soft dance of existence that plays on, undisturbed, forever. Finally, let your mind sink into the cool, dark earth, where mycelium spreads its invisible network, a sprawling web of fungal threads weaving through the soil. This subterranean tapestry acts as a slow, silent communication system, connecting the roots of trees in a quiet exchange. Through these threads, trees share nutrients and whispers of information, a gentle flow of life that moves at its own serene pace. It is a natural internet, a web of wisdom beneath your feet, operating in a steady, patient rhythm that knows no rush. In this deep underground, the earth breathes and shares, a calm network of connection that holds the forest in a soft embrace, a reminder of the quiet ties that bind all living things. As you rest here, safe and still, let your mind wander through the quiet wonders that live all around and within you. Deep within the stillness of your own body, in the soft darkness of your cells, tiny structures called mitochondria hum with a gentle, warm energy. They are the quiet powerhouses of life, yet they carry their own unique DNA, a separate and ancient code. This DNA is a faint echo from a time billions of years ago when they may have drifted alone through the vast primordial seas as independent organisms. Imagine that slow, ancient journey and the peaceful partnership they formed with our cells, a union so profound that it has lasted through every generation. This silent cooperation fuels your every breath, your every calming heartbeat, a hidden dance of life from the deep, distant past. Now, Let your awareness drift to the surface of a still sleeping pond where the water holds a secret, shivering light. Here, volvox, colonial algae, form soft hollow spheres that glow with a gentle emerald luminescence. They are communities of single cells living together in perfect harmony, and they glide through the water with a slow synchronized motion. Watch them rotate, so peacefully like tiny living planets moving through a vast liquid universe. Each revolution is a quiet prayer, a soft celestial ballet performed just for the stillness of the water and the hush of the night. They remind you that life can be a gentle, collaborative dream, a quiet constellation in a sleeping world. Closer still, in the very fabric of your resting place, there is a quiet, unseen world. Within the soft weave of your linens and the padded depths of your carpets, dust mites live out their gentle, translucent lives. They are tiny, delicate creatures, drifting through the fibers like minute, silvery ghosts in a vast, fibrous ocean. They have no need to hurry, sensing the gentle shifts in their world through sensitive hairs, moving in a slow and steady rhythm. Their existence is a soft and constant hum, a peaceful presence that shares your sleep, a hidden life moving in a dreamlike pace within the shelter of your home. Their quiet journey through the night is a soft counterpart to your own rest. Now, let your thoughts rise high above into the cold, clean air of a winter cloud. There, in the heart of silence, a snowflake takes its first delicate form. Seen through a microscope, it would show a breathtaking, six-sided symmetry, a perfect geometry made from nothing but frozen water. Each minuscule branch grows with a slow, deliberate grace, forming a quiet masterpiece of ice that will never be repeated. It drifts down through the still air, a tiny, frozen star, a silent gift from the sky that lands so softly you would never hear it arrive. It joins its fellows on the ground, building a blanket of quiet that muffles the world in peace. And finally, bring your awareness back to the living green, to a single leaf in the evening garden. On its sheltered underside, tiny pores called stomata are softly at work, guardians of the plant's breath. They open and close with a fluid, almost imperceptible motion, like your own lungs in a deep, relaxed state. In the cool night air, they breathe in carbon dioxide and release oxygen, a silent, steady exchange that sustains the green world. This rhythmic cycle is a quiet pulse of life, a gentle, unseen rhythm that echoes the peacefulness now settling deep within your own being. So as you rest, you are in tune with this ancient, breathing world. Imagine a creature so small it rests unseen on a mossy leaf, yet it can gracefully endure the harshest journey imaginable. This is the tardigrade, or water bear, a tiny masterpiece of resilience that can drift through the empty vacuum of space in a state of serene, suspended animation. When its world becomes too dry or too cold, it slowly curls its body into a small, dormant sphere called a tun, releasing almost all its water to enter a deep and dreamless sleep. In this form, it floats weightlessly, untouched by extreme temperatures that would boil or freeze other beings, and pressures that would crush the deepest stone. It is a quiet miracle of stillness, a gentle whisper that life can find a way to rest and endure, even in the void between stars. For years, sometimes decades, it waits in this peaceful state until a drop of water calls it back to life, like a soft note from a forgotten song. In that moment, it awakens gently unfurling, as if from a long and soothing nap. And as we move from the vastness of space to the intimate world within, turn your attention inward, to the vast and unseen garden that lives within you, known as the human microbiome. It is a quiet world of trillions of microbes, tiny companions that reside in gentle harmony throughout your body, mostly in your gut. These microscopic beings help you digest the food you eat, breaking down complex bits into nourishment, and they protect your health by keeping harmful invaders at bay. Remarkably, their numbers far outweigh your own human cells, creating a complex ecosystem that hums with a silent and cooperative song. Think of it as a living community, a hidden orchestra playing the music of your well-being every moment of every day without you ever having to hear a single note. It is a soft reminder that you are a universe unto yourself, a walking garden of interconnected life. These tiny helpers work tirelessly while you sleep, a silent force sustaining your very existence. Now let your mind drift to the sunlit waters of the ocean, where a tiny single-celled alga called the diatom creates its own floating palace. These delicate architects build intricate shells from translucent silica, which is essentially natural glass, crafting geometric shapes that glimmer like frozen crystals in the drifting currents. As they float, they catch the sunlight and gently filter it, using it to produce life-giving oxygen that fills the very air we breathe. Their silent work is responsible for a vast portion of the planet's oxygen, sustaining entire ecosystems in a slow and steady dance of light. Picture them as living jewels scattered through the sea, each one a microscopic masterpiece, shimmering softly as they drift, their glassy houses reflecting the blue of the ocean and the golden rays of the sun. It is a quiet and patient labor, a gentle contribution to the breath of the world. And when they die, their glass shells settle to the ocean floor like tiny fallen stars, becoming part of the sediment that holds the history of the Earth. Descending deeper into the Earth, from the shining waters to the dark soil, imagine the soft and secret web beneath the forest floor, known as the mycelium network. This is a mesh of delicate fungal threads that spread like gentle veins through the soil, connecting the roots of trees in a silent and pulsing conversation. Often called the wood wide web, it allows the oldest trees to share nutrients with the youngest saplings and to send soft chemical signals of warning or care. Through this subterranean web, a mother tree can feed her shaded offspring with sugars, ensuring the health of the woodland community. It is a living internet of the earth, a quiet guardian that binds the forest into a single, breathing entity, a circle of giving and receiving that sustains all. In the deep stillness, you can almost hear it pulse, a soft heartbeat of the wild, reminding us that even in solitude, we are connected. A network of generosity and wisdom woven inch by inch, over centuries of slow and patient growth. Finally, rise gently into the warm air above the forest, where a butterfly glides on a soft summer breeze, its wings catching the light in a mesmerizing display. The colors you see are not from pigments painted on, but from microscopic scales that bend and scatter light, creating iridescent hues that shift and shimmer. These scales are like thousands of tiny prisms, layered with such precision that they produce a dance of color that changes with every gentle movement. As the butterfly floats by, its wings flash blues and greens and golden yellows, a living rainbow that seems to breathe with the air. This structural coloration is a marvel of nature's design, a fleeting masterpiece that exists only in the light, disappearing when the creature folds its wings or passes into shadow. It is a gentle lesson in the beauty of transience, a soft reminder to cherish the quiet moments of wonder that drift through our lives. Like a dream made visible, it lingers for just a moment, then fades into memory. As you sink deeper into relaxation, let your mind wander to the smallest wonders of the natural world. These are the quiet miracles that surround us, often unseen. First, imagine a tiny world hidden within a single droplet of water. There, delicate creatures called rotifers drift with a gentle, rotating motion. They are like miniature wheels of life, spinning softly in their liquid universe. Their movements are slow and rhythmic, almost like a lullaby in the microcosm. Every complex organ they need, from their beating hearts to their feeding structures, is contained entirely within one cell. This is a quiet reminder of how much life can exist in the smallest of spaces. Under the microscope, they appear as transparent dancers, their cilia shimmering like tiny halos. It is a world of profound density, wrapped in a speck of water. Now drift into a freshwater pond, where emerald spheres glide through the stillness. These are volvox, colonies of green algae moving together in perfect harmony. Thousands of tiny cells cling to the surface of a gelatinous orb, each one connected in a peaceful, synchronized dance. They rotate gently like a planet spinning in a distant, quiet galaxy. This coordinated entity floats as one, a soft, living globe in the dappled light. Their motion is effortless, a slow turning that echoes the rhythm of the universe. No cell is alone, all are part of a serene, collective whole. It is a vision of unity, floating in the gentle waters. Look closer at the surface of a leaf, and you will find tiny pores called stomata. These openings breathe in a slow, rhythmic exchange of gases, almost like the leaf is sighing in the calm air. Under a microscope, they appear as soft, pulsing lips, gently sipping carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This silent respiration is a peaceful cycle, a quiet conversation between the plant and the sky. Each breath is unhurried, a tender moment in the life of green. The stomata open and close with a gentle rhythm, as if the leaf is dreaming under the sun. This is how the earth shares its breath, in a slow, meditative wave. Deep in the open sea, radiolarians drift like ethereal wanderers. They build fragile, lace-like skeletons from silica, creating spherical structures of intricate beauty. These tiny forms resemble pieces of delicate jewelry, floating weightlessly in the blue currents. They move with the ocean's gentle sway, as if carried by a silent song. Each one is a miniature cathedral of light and shadow, suspended in the vast, calm depths. Under the microscope, their skeletons glow with a soft, otherworldly radiance. They are reminders of the artistry hidden in the water, a quiet dance of geometry and time. Let your thoughts settle on these ocean gems, drifting in the perpetual blue. Now, let your gaze soften and settle on a sunbeam streaming through a window. The dust motes dancing there are made of tiny fragments of minerals and organic fibers. In the soft light, these microscopic particles drift in slow, swirling patterns. They create a peaceful atmosphere of stillness and warmth, like specks of gold floating in the air. Watch them move in gentle spirals, a quiet ballet that has no beginning and no end. Each mote is a tiny traveler, carrying stories of earth and life. They glow in the sunlight, transforming the room into a sanctuary of tranquility. This is the poetry of the ordinary, a moment of weightless calm. And as you rest here, let these miniature worlds lull you deeper into peace. For in the small, we find the infinite, and in the quiet, we hear the universe breathe. As you drift closer to sleep, let these quiet wonders carry you deeper. In the deepest silence of space, tardigrades dream as tons. These tiny water bears curl into a soft, dried sphere, feeling the vast cold as a gentle blanket. No breath stirs, no time passes, just a still, profound sleep. The radiation flows over them like a warm, shimmering wave, yet they remain untouched. Imagine their soft bodies, so infinitesimal, yet holding the strength to endure. In that frozen void they are safe, wrapped in a cocoon of stillness. The sun's rays might warm them, or the deep chill might envelop, but they simply rest. They hold the memory of a single drop of water, a quiet promise of waking. It's a delicate balance, a deep trust in the endless dark. And within you, a soft harbor thrives with quiet life. Your body is home to trillions of microbes, a vast inner ecosystem. These unseen companions float gently, aiding digestion, supporting your well-being from deep inside. Feel their presence as a calm rhythm, like a soft tide beneath your skin. They are part of you, a living, breathing whisper in the stillness. In this peaceful network, they move in harmony, a silent dance that keeps you whole and safe. Close your eyes and sense that soft, steady hum of life, always present, always peaceful. In this gentle inner world, each breath you take is a whispered song, a harmony of unseen life nurturing your very core. From that inner realm, we drift to the ocean's quiet. Beneath the surface, diatoms drift like tiny, glass-like jewels. These single-celled algae craft shells from silica, delicate and intricate. They filter sunlight, catching it in their transparent forms, and with each breath of the water, they produce oxygen for us to breathe. In the deep blue, they are soft whispers of light, moving with the currents. Their presence is a quiet gift, a shimmering network that sustains the world. Imagine them floating there, endless and calm, in the vast, cool silence of the sea. As you breathe in, feel that oxygen, a soft, invisible thread connecting you to the ocean's heart. This quiet artistry, this living glass, is a soft miracle, repeated billions of times in the silent depths. Below the forest floor, mycelium weaves a hidden tapestry. These pale silken threads form a vast, subterranean system, often called the wood wide web. Trees use it to share nutrients, whispering chemical signals through the soil. In the stillness of the earth, roots touch and communicate, a quiet, sustaining bond. It's the earth breathing softly, a gentle pulse that connects all life. Feel that deep, warm network, like a nurturing embrace just beneath your feet. It holds the wisdom of shadows, a silent, steady heartbeat. In the dark, damp earth, it is a realm of deep connection, where time moves slow and steady, like a dream beneath the soil. Look now at a butterfly, its wings not colored by pigment, but by magic. Microscopic scales bend light in a process called structural coloration, creating a soft, iridescent glow. As they glide through warm summer air, the colors shift and shimmer like a quiet dance of light. It's a fleeting miracle, a whisper of beauty on delicate forms. Feel that gentle glow wash over you, warm and calming as the wings flutter in silent harmony. In this still moment, let that light carry you deeper into dream, soft as a sigh, fading into the peaceful dark. That iridescence is a fragile treasure, a memory of sunlight folded into wings, now resting in the warm air. Rest now with these soft, slow secrets. The world breathes gently around you. You are safe, floating in stillness, listening only to the whisper of sleep. Let these images dissolve into nothing, replaced by a deep, velvety quiet. Feel the weight of your body melt away, carried on a tide of slow, peaceful breaths. You are drifting now, deep into the realm where dreams begin, and only the soft, steady beat of your heart remains. In a single drop of dew, so still and round, a rotifer lives. Its crown of cilia, soft as a whisper, spins a gentle vortex of water. This slow, rhythmic motion draws in food particles, a quiet nourishment. The creature floats, weightless, in a liquid universe. Feel the deep stillness of that water, the silent dance of life. Light bends through the droplet, creating a soft prism of colors. The rotifer drifts in this warm, miniature sea. The vortex sways, a lullaby in the drop. It is a world complete, a universe of one. Breathe in the peace of this tiny cosmos. The rotifer is a whisper of life in the dew. Its world is a sphere of gentle curves. Drift with it into the quiet of this tiny ocean. Now, gently, let your thoughts rise to the leaves above. On their underside, tiny pores called stomata open and close. They move like slow, rhythmic sighs, releasing water vapor and breathing in air. This quiet exchange balances the tree with the vast atmosphere. Each breath is a pulse, a soft connection between earth and sky. Imagine the coolness of the leaf, the silent rhythm of these breathing mouths. They hold a deep balance within the green tissue. The tree stands still, yet these pores whisper life into the world. Everything is in harmony, a gentle give and take. The stomata are guardians of the tree's inner world. They work in a soft, unending cycle. Rest here in the shade of this leafy calm. As you rest, picture snowflakes forming high in the clouds. Water molecules embrace a speck of dust, bonding in slow, graceful patterns. They grow into six-sided crystals, each one unique and ethereal. They drift downward, spiraling through the cold air. Every flake is a moment of frozen symmetry, never to be repeated. Feel the chill of that high altitude, the softness of the snow. These crystals float on unseen currents, a ballet of ice. Their forms are intricate, delicate as a dream, each one a silent song, a breath of winter. These snowflakes are gifts from the sky, a fleeting beauty. Let them fall on your imagination, cool and gentle. They bring a quiet wonder, a pause in time. Down in a still pond, green algae called volvox roll softly. These emerald spheres are colonies of life, moving in coordinated grace. They glide like tiny, living bubbles through the quiet water. Their rolling motion is a lullaby, a gentle turn in the deep. Feel the cool, smooth passage of these aquatic jewels. The pond holds them in a liquid embrace, a soft green glow. They spin slowly, each a microcosm of life. The water is dark and deep, but these spheres light the way. Drift with them in this silent underwater world. The volvox are like dreams, spinning in the deep. Let them carry you to a place of stillness. In this pond, time slows and everything is soft. And on the surface of a lotus leaf, rain touches magic. Microscopic wax pillars repel each drop with quiet efficiency. Water glides off effortlessly, leaving the leaf clean and serene. This is the lotus effect, a phenomenon of pure stillness. The leaf remains untouched, floating peacefully on the pond. Each raindrop beads up, a crystal ball on green. The surface is smooth, rejecting the world with grace. It is a dance of nature, so simple yet profound. Feel the calm of that clean, unblemished leaf. The water rolls away, and only peace remains. The lotus effect teaches us about purity and grace. It is a reminder of nature's quiet perfection. Let this image soothe you, like a cool breeze on water. Tardigrades, often called water bears, are peaceful wanderers of the microscopic world. They drift through mossy realms, tiny and tough, yet utterly still in their resilience. These microscopic beings can survive the silent vacuum of outer space, a feat that seems like a whispered legend. They enter a dormant state called cryptobiosis, where their metabolism slows to a nearly complete standstill. In this suspended animation, time pauses in a soft, deep sleep. Picture them floating endlessly, a warm speck of life against the vast, cold dark, holding a breath that lasts for decades. They are like tiny cosmonauts adrift in a sea of silence, dreaming without end. The intricate architecture of a diatom is crafted from translucent silica, forming delicate glass shells that float softly in the ocean currents. These natural geometric masterpieces filter sunlight and oxygen, contributing a quiet, steady rhythm to the planet's atmospheric balance. Imagine their glassy forms drifting like tiny frozen dreams in the deep blue sea, each one a perfect, silent sculpture. They shimmer with a gentle light, breathing life into the waters, a soft pulse felt across the globe. As they dance on the tides, they weave oxygen into our air, a gift so subtle we never notice, yet it sustains us in every breath. Inside a single drop of pond water, a bustling city of ciliates moves with a graceful, shimmering fluid motion. They use tiny, hair-like cilia to glide through the water, creating a soft, invisible dance of life unseen by the naked eye. This is a secret ballet, warm and gentle, in the miniature world, where every movement is a whisper of existence. The water teems with their quiet energy, a velvet swirl of being that soothes the mind as you watch them turn and drift. It is a hidden universe, calm and complete, where life flows in silent harmony, a lullaby of motion under the microscope. Mycelium networks form a vast, subterranean web of fungal threads that connect forests in a gentle, silent conversation. Through this wood-wide web, trees share nutrients and chemical signals, drifting through the soil in a supportive communal embrace. The earth hums with this soft, deep connection under our feet, a hidden lattice of care that sustains the woods. Feel the warmth of this underground hug, where roots intertwine like fingers, sharing secrets in the dark, still soil. It is a communion of the ancients, a quiet wisdom passed through the dirt, binding the forest in a tender, unspoken bond. The human eye contains millions of cone cells, each shaped like a delicate droplet to capture the soft hues of a sunset. These microscopic sensors translate light into a tapestry of color, allowing us to perceive the warm, golden glow of the evening, It is a quiet miracle that paints the world in shades of peace, each cell a tiny artist rendering the fading light. Let your eyes close and remember that golden hour, the way it bathed your skin in a gentle fire, now dimming into night. The cones rest now, their work done, as darkness falls like a soft blanket over your senses. Close your eyes and let yourself sink into the deep and quiet layers of the sea. Here, radiolarians craft breathtaking, symmetrical skeletons from opal-like glass. Their spherical forms drift endlessly, like floating snowflakes, settling slowly on the ocean floor over millions of years. This gentle, silent descent builds a vast shimmering carpet of glass, a still and ancient archive of beauty on the seabed. Each skeleton is a soft, silent star, a warm and quiet whisper of the deep's eternal calm. They drift in the vast darkness, tiny beacons of stillness in the deep blue dream. The ocean cradles them in its immense embrace, a soft lullaby of time and tide. In this quiet depth, they sleep forever, a gentle snowfall of glass. Shift now to the gentle summer breeze, where pollen grains float with soft organic shapes. Each grain is uniquely sculpted to ride the warm air, appearing as ornate carvings under a microscope. These golden specks carry the quiet promise of new blossoms, a tiny whisper of life's renewal. They drift through the still air, spreading softly over meadows, painting the world with future color. Each grain is a warm, delicate sculpture, holding the secret of life's quiet renewal, a soft and ancient promise carried on the air. Feel their soft touch on the warm wind, a deep and gentle dream of spring. In their silent journey, they whisper of growth and warmth, a quiet lullaby for the earth. They are the soft breath of life, drifting in the still, warm light. Gaze upon a butterfly's wing, a mosaic of tiny, shimmering scales that overlap like soft roof tiles. These nanostructures bend light into iridescent glows, drifting between shades of deep sapphire and warm emerald. As the wing moves, this quiet dance of color creates a still and whispering miracle, a soft breath of beauty in the summer air. Each scale is a tiny prism, a vast tapestry of light in gentle motion, a reminder of hidden wonders fluttering silently around us. The wing's soft movement is a lullaby of color, shifting and glowing in the still, warm light. It whispers of nature's deep artistry, a quiet song of light and life. Let this gentle shimmer soothe you into a deep calm. Journey within, to the quiet world inside our cells. Mitochondria float peacefully there, like tiny warm hearths providing the soft energy for rest. They hold their own quiet DNA, a lingering whisper from a time billions of years ago when they were free. These organelles are the still, glowing embers of an ancient partnership, keeping us alive in the vast silence of the night. Feel their gentle glow in the still of sleep, a warm and constant comfort. They work softly, tirelessly, never calling attention, only warming us from within. In every breath, they whisper the deep story of life's shared heritage, a quiet pulse of existence. They are the soft embers of creation, still glowing in the quiet dark of our being. Finally, picture a single snowflake, a miracle of microscopic symmetry forming in the cold winter air. Water vapor cools into a unique six-sided crystal, each branch growing in a slow, rhythmic pattern. This creates a soft, frozen star that drifts silently toward the earth, a vast and still whisper of the quieting world. In its gentle descent, it joins a soft blanket of silence, covering the world in a warm, white sleep. Each flake is a small, fleeting masterpiece, carrying the deep calm of snowfall. Let this image carry you into a deep and peaceful rest. The soft swirl of snow is a lullaby of winter, whispering stillness over the land. Tiny water bears float through the quiet vacuum of space, entering a serene state where their metabolism ceases. as they dream of a warm, welcoming world to gently rouse them. Each diatom is a floating cathedral of glass, a microscopic shell of silica that catches the light as it drifts on the quiet currents, painting the water with soft, filtered radiance. A single drop of pond water reveals a hidden universe where ciliates and amoebas drift in soft, fluid embraces, their silent interactions a delicate dance of existence. Within the cellular mist of our being, mitochondria drift as gentle powerhouses, holding their own distinct DNA and softly converting nutrients into a warm, unwavering stream of energy. The butterfly's delicate wing is not painted, but clad in thousands of overlapping scales, like tiny roof shingles, softly bending sunlight into a cascade of shimmering blue and warm liquid gold. Beneath the forest floor, a microscopic fungal lace forms a vast, quiet web, allowing ancient trees to share nutrients and gentle whispers of information, a peaceful connection binding the entire woodland in silent harmony. Millions of tiny photoreceptors in the human eye capture the drifting light of distant stars, translating soft glows and deep shadows into the vivid images that dance through our dreams. Dust motes dancing in a sunbeam are microscopic fragments of minerals and plant fibers, floating weightlessly as they trace slow, invisible currents of air throughout a quiet room. Tiny breathing pores on the underside of leaves open and close with a rhythmic grace, allowing the forest to breathe softly, exchanging gases with the cool evening breeze. Under a microscope, a leaf reveals a lush, rolling landscape of emerald hills and velvet valleys, where dewdrops rest peacefully before gliding gently toward the earth. And so we come to the close of our quiet exploration. Your mind now softened by the gentle wonders of the unseen realm, ready to surrender to the peaceful dark. If this journey helped you find calm tonight, please leave a like, a gentle mark of your presence, and if you subscribe, my voice will be waiting to guide you back to rest whenever you need. Good night, and always remember, the microscopic wonders of life are ever present, ready to cradle you in their silent embrace. Rest now, everything is exactly as it should be.